What if nature created creatures so rare they only appear once in 1,000 years? From a goat with a human-like face to a puppy born with a tail on its forehead, these extraordinary animals defy all expectations. Join us as we explore the most bizarre and fascinating creatures ever discovered, proving that the animal kingdom is full of surprises we never saw coming. 20. Einstein, the world's smallest stallion. Throughout history, horses have been admired for their strength and size. But in April 2010, the world was introduced to a horse unlike any other. Born in Barnstead, New Hampshire, Einstein was a miniature horse that defied all expectations. Standing just 20 inches tall and weighing only 6 pounds at birth, Einstein was smaller than some newborn human babies. His tiny stature quickly caught the attention of breeders, animal lovers, and scientists alike. He belonged to a miniature horse breed, but even among them, his size was unheard of. His uniqueness earned him recognition by Guinness World Records, solidifying his place in history as the smallest mature horse ever recorded. But Einstein wasn't just special because of his size. His playful and affectionate nature made him a favorite among visitors who traveled from all over to see him. Sadly, in 2019, Einstein's remarkable journey came to an end due to complications from a ruptured colon. Despite his short life, his story remains a testament to nature's surprises. He may have been small in size, but Einstein's impact was enormous. 19. Lucy, the puppy with a self-portrait on her ear. Nature often leaves its signature on the creatures it creates, but sometimes it does so in the most unexpected ways. Meet Lucy, a rescue puppy who carried a tiny version of herself right on her ear. Born in 2017, Lucy was part of a litter at Lollipop Farm, an animal rescue center in New York. She was an ordinary black and white pup with a lively personality, but she had one incredible feature that made her unforgettable. Her left ear bore a marking that perfectly resembled a miniature puppy. Her owners, Cassidy and Zach, adopted her without noticing anything unusual. It wasn't until a stranger pointed it out while they were shopping for dog food that they saw what had been hiding in plain sight. A small puppy-shaped marking was imprinted on Lucy's ear, almost as if nature had given her a built-in selfie. News of Lucy's rare marking spread quickly, making her an instant sensation. People were fascinated by the one-in-a-million occurrence, and she became a symbol of the unexpected wonders that rescue animals can bring. Lucy's story proves that sometimes the rarest and most beautiful things are found in the most ordinary places. 18. Narwhal, the puppy with a tail on his forehead. Some animals are born with features that set them apart, but Narwhal took uniqueness to a whole new level. This golden retriever mix had something no other dog had, a fully formed tail growing from his forehead. Born in 2020, Narwhal was abandoned as a stray and later taken in by Mac's Mission Animal Rescue in Missouri. His unusual appearance quickly made him famous. Vets examined him and confirmed that while the extra tail was attached to his skull, it had no bones or muscle control, meaning it didn't move or wag. Despite this, Narwhal was perfectly healthy. Nicknamed the Little Magical Unicorn, Narwhal's adorable face and unusual features captured the hearts of thousands. Many speculated whether his forehead tail would grow longer, but it remained the same. His rescuers reassured everyone that it caused him no pain or discomfort, and that he could live a completely normal life. Narwhal's story became an example of how imperfections can make something even more special. While his extra tail served no real purpose, it gave him an identity like no other. In a world full of dogs looking for homes, Narwhal stood out, not just for his appearance, but for his playful and loving personality. 17. The goat with a human face. Some animals appear so strange that they seem almost unreal. This was the case for a black goat born in Karaka, India in 2006. Unlike any other goat before it, this one had startlingly human-like features, making it one of the rarest cases ever recorded. The goat's face had deep-set eyes, a flat nose, and a strangely shaped mouth. When images of the unusual creature surfaced, people were both fascinated and disturbed. Some locals began worshiping the goat, believing it to be a divine sign. Others were skeptical, questioning whether such an animal could even exist. Experts soon weighed in with a scientific explanation. The goat was likely suffering from cyclopia, a severe and usually fatal birth defect that occurs when the fetus fails to develop properly. This condition can lead to facial abnormalities, missing noses, and in extreme cases, a single eye positioned in the center of the forehead. Sadly, goats with this condition rarely survive, and this one was no exception. However, its brief existence left an undeniable impact, sparking discussions about the mysteries of genetic mutations and the unpredictable nature of life itself. From a tiny horse that stunned the world to a goat with an unsettling resemblance to a human, these animals remind us that nature is full of surprises. But we're just getting started, because up next, we explore even more bizarre creatures that defy logic, including a cat that grew wings and a fish with 2 mouths. 16. The winged cats are known for their agility and grace, but one feline in China had something that set it apart from every other cat: wings. In a small village, a seemingly normal cat began to develop fluffy wing-like appendages on its back. At first, they were small bumps, but over time, the growths extended outward, resembling feathery wings. The cat became an instant local sensation, drawing visitors eager to see the strange creature for themselves. Scientists who studied the cat offered several possible explanations. Some believed the wing-like structures were the result of a rare genetic mutation, while others suggested they could be excess skin growth caused by unusual tissue development. Another possibility was that the cat might have had a partially absorbed twin, leading to the formation of external growths. Despite its unusual appearance, the cat remained perfectly healthy and active. It could still jump, run, and play like any ordinary cat, proving that whatever the wings were, they didn't affect its mobility. Although these appendages never allowed the cat to take flight, they did give it something unique, a place in history as one of the most extraordinary felines ever recorded. But as astonishing as a winged cat may sound, it's far from the only animal to defy nature. In the depths of the water, an even stranger discovery was about to shock the world. 15. The 2-mouthed fish of Lake Champlain fishermen are used to catching unusual creatures, but nothing could have prepared a woman fishing in Lake Champlain, on the border of New York and Vermont, for what she reeled in: a fish with 2 fully formed mouths. At first glance, the fish looked like an ordinary lake trout, but upon closer inspection, it became clear that it had an extra mouth stacked directly beneath its normal one. The second mouth wasn't just a deformed jaw. It was a fully functional opening that made the fish appear as if it had been split in 2. Photos of the fish quickly went viral, sparking debates about what could have caused such a bizarre mutation. Some speculated that pollution in the lake might have triggered a genetic defect. Others believed the fish had suffered an injury earlier in life, leading to abnormal regrowth. While the exact cause remains unknown, one thing is certain: this 2-mouthed fish became one of the most talked about animal discoveries in recent history. But as rare as this creature was, it wasn't alone. In another part of the world, a goat was about to be born with a condition so extreme that it challenged everything people thought they knew about animal anatomy. 14. The cyclops goat. In 2017, a small village in India witnessed something that seemed straight out of mythology: a baby goat born with a single enormous eye in the center of its forehead. At first, villagers couldn't believe what they were seeing. The tiny goat, struggling to stand, had 1 fully developed eye where 2 should have been. Its nose was underdeveloped, its jaw was small, and its tongue protruded slightly from its mouth. The animal bore an eerie resemblance to the legendary cyclops of Greek mythology. Veterinarians quickly identified the condition as cyclopia, a rare genetic defect that occurs when the brain fails to properly divide into 2 hemispheres during fetal development. This leads to the formation of a single central eye, severe facial deformities, and neurological issues. Despite its challenges, the goat's birth was seen as a divine sign by some villagers, who believed the creature carried spiritual significance. However, the reality was far more tragic. Animals with cyclopia rarely survive more than a few days. This remarkable goat became one of the rarest cases ever recorded, reminding the world of nature's unpredictability. But not all genetic anomalies are fatal. Some animals learn to live with their mutations, just like the next creature on our list, a chicken that somehow ended up with twice as many legs as it needed. 13. The four-legged chicken. Chickens are among the most common animals on the planet. But in 2018, one particular chick shocked farmers in India by hatching with 4 fully developed legs. At first, the farmer who discovered the chick was astonished. The extra pair of legs didn't seem to be affecting its movement. It was walking around just like a normal chicken, pecking at the ground and flapping its tiny wings. The condition responsible for this phenomenon is known as polymelia, a rare birth defect that causes animals to develop extra limbs due to errors during embryonic formation. Scientists believe polymelia occurs when an undeveloped twin is partially absorbed in the womb, leaving behind additional body parts. In some cases, extra limbs are fully functional, while in others they remain useless extensions of bone and muscle. Despite its strange anatomy, the four-legged chicken appeared healthy and active. The farmer, instead of culling the bird, decided to keep it as part of the flock, letting it live out its life like any other chicken. While this case remains one of the most extraordinary in poultry history, it wasn't the only time an animal was born with more limbs than it needed. In the depths of the ocean, another bizarre creature was about to emerge, one with an appearance so strange that it looked like something from another world. 12. The two-headed bull shark. In 2011, a fisherman in the Gulf of Mexico made a discovery that seemed impossible: a bull shark with 2 heads. The shark was caught by a local fisherman, and its condition, known as polycephaly, was immediately apparent. The shark had 2 fully formed heads, each with its own set of vital organs, including hearts and stomachs. This rare condition occurs when embryos split during development, but fail to separate completely, leaving them conjoined. The two-headed shark was a biological anomaly, as animals born with this condition face significant challenges in the wild. Predators typically target these creatures because their movements are often uncoordinated and slower than those of single-headed counterparts. Despite these difficulties, this two-headed bull shark provided valuable insight into the complex nature of shark genetics. The discovery of this shark only highlighted how nature continues to surprise us with strange and unique creations, proving that even in the depths of the ocean, the unexpected can surface. But this wasn't the only animal to carry the mystery of evolutionary oddities. Some of the strangest creatures come from the ancient past, leaving behind only traces of their former selves. 11. The snake with legs. Though snakes are known for their sleek, legless bodies, fossil evidence shows that their ancestors once had legs. For the first 70 million years of their evolution, snakes sported legs, a feature that is evident in some ancient fossils. Over time, as snakes adapted to their environment, their legs became less necessary for survival, eventually disappearing entirely. Today, scientists can study the remnants of legged snakes through fossils that have preserved the structure of small hind limbs that once aided the animals in their movement. These legged snakes are believed to have existed during the Cretaceous period, but their descendants evolved to become the limbless serpents we know today. This discovery gives us a glimpse into how evolution works, and how even the most well-adapted creatures change over time. It serves as a reminder that nature's creatures, past and present, are constantly evolving and adapting. But the mystery of evolution doesn't stop at ancient fossils. The animal kingdom today still holds some remarkable genetic surprises. 10. The jaglion, a hybrid of a jaguar and a lioness. The world of hybrids is filled with strange creatures, and one of the rarest is the jaglion, a cross between a jaguar and a lioness. This incredible hybrid was born at the Bear Creek Wildlife Sanctuary in Canada, resulting from the unlikely pairing of a jaguar and a lioness. While hybrid animals are more common in captivity, this particular crossbreed was remarkable because it combined the strength of a lion with the agility of a jaguar. The jaglion inherited the jaguar's distinctive spots and rosettes, but its body was larger and more muscular, resembling the lioness. The combination of these two powerful animals made the jaglion an impressive sight, showing just how unpredictable nature's genetic possibilities can be. Hybrids like this one are typically sterile and cannot reproduce, but they still fascinate scientists and animal lovers alike. Their existence raises interesting questions about genetics, evolution, and the sometimes surprising consequences of cross-species breeding. But while some animals are born from unlikely pairings, others are products of scientific advances meant to explore genetic possibilities. 9. Golden seahorses, the glow-in-the-dark experiment. In 2018, scientists in Vietnam made headlines by creating golden seahorses, genetically modified creatures that glow in the dark. These seahorses were altered by inserting jellyfish genes into their DNA, giving them a unique, glowing appearance. The goal of this genetic modification was to create visually captivating organisms that could be marketed as exotic and desirable. However, the creation of glowing animals raised significant ethical concerns about the limits of genetic engineering. The golden seahorses quickly became a sensation because of their shimmering, almost ethereal glow. But while they were stunning to look at, their creation sparked debates about whether humans should alter the genetic makeup of animals for aesthetic purposes. Some feared that genetic modifications could have unintended consequences for ecosystems and biodiversity. This experiment highlighted the potential of biotechnology, but also the moral dilemmas it brings. While these glowing seahorses were admired for their beauty, they also raised questions about the balance between scientific progress and ethical responsibility. And while some creatures are altered by human hands, others remain unaltered but still manage to defy expectations in extraordinary ways. 8. The albino panda. In 2019, the world witnessed something extraordinary. The first ever footage of an albino panda in China's Wolong National Nature Reserve. Albino pandas are extremely rare because albinism in giant pandas is so uncommon. These pandas lack the pigment that normally gives them their characteristic black and white coloring, leaving them with pure white fur and red eyes. Despite their unique appearance, the albino panda appeared healthy and active, showing no signs of genetic weakness. Experts believe that the panda filmed in the reserve is one of the few albino pandas in the wild, and its survival in such a vulnerable state is a testament to the panda's adaptability. However, despite being a rare and beautiful sight, albino pandas face challenges in the wild. Their lack of camouflage, which is vital for pandas to blend into their surroundings, makes them more vulnerable to predators. The discovery of this albino panda served as a reminder of the diversity that exists in nature and the incredible surprises that can be found in even the most familiar species. While the albino panda captures the imagination, another creature, more unusual in its form, was about to leave scientists stunned. 7. The croc-buffalo hybrid hoax. In a small village in Thailand, a calf was born with a body resembling a buffalo and a head shaped like a crocodile. At first, the villagers were amazed, and some even believed this bizarre creature was the result of a crocodile-buffalo hybrid. The calf's appearance was strange, with scaly skin and an unusual head that looked nothing like a typical buffalo. But as scientists examined the animal, they quickly realized that it was not a hybrid at all. Instead, it was the result of a severe birth defect, a case of abnormal tissue development during pregnancy. The hoax quickly spread, and the villagers' belief in the creature's divine nature grew, despite no scientific evidence to support the idea of crossbreeding between a crocodile and a buffalo. The calf's life was short, but it left an indelible mark on those who witnessed it. This curious case reminds us that while nature can produce creatures of incredible diversity, the line between fact and fiction can sometimes blur, especially when it comes to rare mutations and birth defects. But as strange as this calf may have been, it wasn't the only animal born with an extraordinary appearance. More remarkable creatures continue to surprise us every day. 6. Hope, the turtle with an exposed heart. In 2019, a baby albino turtle named Hope was born with a rare and life-threatening condition. Her heart was exposed outside her body. The condition, known as ectopia cordis, is incredibly rare in both humans and animals. In most cases, this defect is fatal, as the heart is not protected by the body's natural defenses. But Hope, despite her vulnerability, survived. She was carefully cared for by a team of specialists who worked tirelessly to protect her heart and give her a fighting chance. Her story quickly spread, and she became a symbol of resilience. Her ability to survive against the odds touched the hearts of people around the world. Although she faced many challenges, Hope's journey has inspired many, showing that with the right care and determination, even the most difficult situations can be overcome. Hope's survival reminds us of the strength of life and how the unexpected can sometimes lead to the most inspiring stories. But Hope's is not the only remarkable tale of survival in the animal kingdom. There is another story of a creature that defied expectations despite facing significant challenges. 5. Miracle, the pig without back legs. In Colorado, in 2018, a piglet named Miracle was born with a condition that would make survival nearly impossible. She was born without back legs. Despite this severe disability, Miracle defied expectations. She learned to walk on her front legs, adapting to her new way of life in a way that left her caretakers amazed. Her story quickly went viral, with people from around the world following her journey. Her breeder, determined to give her the best quality of life, created a custom wheelchair to help Miracle move more easily. This wheelchair gave her the ability to explore her surroundings more freely, and over time she grew stronger. Miracle's determination and strength in the face of such adversity became an inspiring symbol of perseverance and hope. Miracle's story serves as a reminder that even in the face of significant obstacles, animals, like humans, can find ways to adapt and thrive. But survival isn't the only incredible feature that makes certain animals stand out. Some creatures are born with extraordinary characteristics that are so rare they seem almost otherworldly. 4. The two-faced calf. In 2022, a farm in Florida witnessed the birth of an extraordinary calf named Annabelle. She was born with a condition known as diprosopis, which caused her to have two sets of eyes, two mouths, and two noses fused together. This rare condition occurs when an embryo begins to split into two, but the separation isn't complete. As a result, animals born with diprosopis may have severe facial and neurological abnormalities. While many animals with diprosopis do not survive, Annabelle's case was different. Despite the severity of her condition, Annabelle managed to thrive for a time. Her survival was considered a medical miracle, and veterinarians were fascinated by her ability to eat, drink, and interact with her environment despite her unusual anatomy. Her story became one of the most talked about cases in the world of animal science. Annabelle's birth serves as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictability and the remarkable strength that some animals exhibit when faced with extreme circumstances. But not all animals are born with extraordinary appearances or conditions. Sometimes it's the animals that don't look like anything special that surprise us with their strength and impact. 3. Sniffles, the dog without a nose. In 2018, a dog named Sniffles was rescued from a shelter in Florida. Sniffles had an unusual appearance. He was born without a nose, making it difficult for him to smell and affecting his facial features. Despite his condition, Sniffles had a sweet and affectionate personality that endeared him to everyone he met. The staff at the shelter were immediately struck by his loving nature, and they quickly began reaching out to find him a forever home. Sniffles' ability to bring joy to everyone around him, despite his physical challenges, made him a symbol of resilience and love. Sniffles' journey was a powerful reminder that beauty is not just about appearance, it's about the love and connection we share with others. His story touched the hearts of countless people, showing that sometimes it's the differences that make us truly special. Sniffles' life is a testament to the incredible potential for animals to bring joy, even when they are born with physical challenges. And while he may not have had a nose, his ability to love and connect with others proves that sometimes the most remarkable animals are the ones who don't fit the typical mold. 2. The piglet with a human face. In 2018, a piglet was born in a small rural farm with an extraordinary feature. Its face closely resembled that of a human. This rare condition was likely caused by genetic mutations during the piglet's development, leading to a flattened snout, wide-set eyes, and an oddly shaped mouth. The piglet's appearance immediately captivated the public, but sadly, the physical issues it faced proved too severe. The piglet struggled to breathe and had difficulty feeding, and despite the curiosity it sparked, it passed away only 2 days after birth. Though the piglet's life was short, it left a lasting impression on those who heard about it. Its unusual appearance raised questions about the ethical considerations of breeding and animal care. as well as the potential risks associated with extreme genetic mutations. The tragic story of this piglet serves as a reminder that while genetic anomalies can create remarkable creatures, they can also result in difficult, sometimes heartbreaking realities. Despite its brief life, the piglet story will not be forgotten, serving as an important reminder of the mysteries of nature and the challenges faced by animals born with extreme genetic mutations. But even in the most surprising cases, nature has a way of showing us that the extraordinary can sometimes be found in the most unlikely of creatures. 1. The cyclops shark. In 2018, fishermen in Indonesia made a remarkable discovery: a baby shark born with a single eye in the center of its face. This rare condition, known as cyclopia, caused the shark to resemble the mythical cyclops of Greek legend. The baby shark was albino, adding to the uniqueness of the situation. Experts quickly confirmed that the shark's single eye had formed because of a genetic mutation during fetal development. The condition occurs when the brain fails to divide properly during the early stages of development, resulting in a single central eye and severe facial deformities. Sadly, the baby shark did not survive, as its deformity made it difficult for it to thrive in the wild. However, its discovery sparked significant interest among marine biologists who marveled at the rare combination of cyclopia and albinism in a shark. The sight of such a creature underscored just how unexpected and extraordinary the natural world can be. While this particular shark did not survive, its legacy lives on in the scientific community, as its existence highlights the complexities of genetic mutations and how they manifest in the animal kingdom. With that, we have reached the end of today's video. If you have come this far with us, be sure to check out other videos on the channel.